Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about iOS 26 Public Beta 1. The first beta will be available next week, and today I wanted to share with you guys a few things you're going to want to know before you decide to update to iOS 26 Public Beta 1. Now, if you're a developer, next week we're expecting Apple to also release iOS 26 Developer Beta 4, but I wanted to focus on the first public beta because I'm sure there's plenty of you guys out there looking forward to installing the first public beta to try out iOS 26 for the first time. But here's a few things you're going to want to know before you update. So first things first, how do you install iOS 26 Public Beta? Well, if you're running iOS 18, as I am on this iPhone right here, all you have to do is jump into settings, head on over into general, and then head on over to software updates. And once iOS 26 Public Beta 1 is available, you want to go under beta updates right here, and it will give you the option right here. Now, this device is registered to a developer account, so I have all the betas from developer and public. You see here, the only one missing is iOS 26 Public Beta. That is set to release next week. We'll talk about the release date here shortly. But once the beta is available, you select iOS 26 Public Beta, go back once, and your iPhone will prompt you to install the latest beta for iOS 26 for the public. Now, again, the beta is not available as of the filming of this video, so I can't select it at the moment, but you'll see the option populate here once it is available next week. Now, in case you didn't know, Mark Gurman, a very reliable source, has already indicated that Apple will be releasing the first public beta next week around June 23rd. Now, a very common question that I get is, what if I don't like iOS 26 after I update? Can I go back to iOS 18? And the answer to that is technically yes. However, you cannot downgrade directly from your phone. You have to connect your phone to your PC or Mac, download iOS 18, and perform a manual downgrade back to iOS 18. So again, it's not as easy to downgrade as it is to update. So if you're going to update to iOS 26, make sure that you really think about it, because downgrading does require a longer process, connecting your device to a computer, downloading iOS 26, and manually restoring or downgrading your device back to iOS 18, which is a more complicated process. So yeah, you can technically downgrade, just not directly from your iPhone. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about the two things that I get questions about the most. One is, what's the difference between public beta and developer beta? What are some of the difference in terms of features and changes? And how's battery life? So I want to start off with battery life because within the latest iOS 26 Developer Beta 3, battery life has improved for iOS 26 quite a bit when compared to Beta 1 and Beta 2. However, battery life still needs a lot of work. So keep in mind, within the latest beta, battery life still needs work. So if that's your main concern, I would definitely recommend you hold off just a couple of days after the first public beta is released before you update, and I'll let you guys know what the battery life is like, and then you can decide from there. But yeah, keep in mind that if you do decide to install the public beta, battery life will still need a lot of work, and you'll notice the difference. And the last question that I wanted to answer is, what's the difference between iOS 26 public beta and iOS 26 developer beta? Is there features on the developer beta that you're not getting with the public beta? And the answer to that is no. The software will be identical in terms of features and everything else. The only difference between developer beta and public beta is that obviously Apple releases the public beta typically a month or a month and a half after the first developer beta. And the reason behind that is because Apple tries to solve some of the most critical bugs and issues within the software before allowing the public to actually install this on their devices. But in terms of features and changes, all the features available for developers will be available for the public beta testing program as well moving forward. So with that being said, the first public beta, again, according to Mark Gurman, should be available in less than a week. On the week of the 21st of July, expect iOS 26 Developer Beta 4, and then a day or two later on the 22nd or 23rd, the first public beta. And hopefully this answers most of the questions you guys may have in regards to the first public beta for iOS 26. If you have any additional questions, leave those in those comments down below. I'll try to get back to you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.